Good evening, everybody. Even if Lake Ontario, with its near record water level, doesn't deliver those devastating waves we saw in 2017, the long-term impact of this year might be greater than 2 years ago.
That's because many boaters are thinking about giving up the hobby. Christian Garzone joins us live now from Rondequoit Bay. Christian, this would actually threaten businesses even more than the wind and waves.
Indeed, scenes like this are all up and down the shoreline. I mean, water creeping up and water levels literally just a fraction of an inch away from the record right there. This is a business. This is their parking lot, completely flooded out. Marinas are submerged, their docks are underwater rather, and boaters are just not going out. We've got boats just sitting all the way over there, again, idle. We spoke to boaters and businesses on the economic impact of the slow start to the season and the ripple effect it's having on the region. Chick Lasser and his wife Naomi are enjoying an evening on their boat, spending time, just not exactly on the water.
Our dock now, as well as everybody else's, is completely underwater.
Lasser says with so many boaters high and dry this season due to the lake levels, it has an economic ripple effect on the entire region.
Because if we're not putting our boats in the water, we're not buying.
One of the managers with Schooner's Pub right on the water says boating season is short enough. Now the flooding is crippling the customer base they rely on.
We've definitely noticed business go down. It's been a slow start to the season.
It is hard because, as you can see around here, the water's up to our sandbags.
The Genesee Yacht Club is usually smooth sailing by now, but this year has those running the club, running other errands.
Our spare time we spend putting up sandbags and putting pumps in.
The response from businesses and boaters on Governor Cuomo's announced ready commission to rebuild the shoreline? Well, some aren't sure the boaters and businesses will be around to see it.
Yacht clubs are flooding. We're worrying about our clubhouse, the whole foundation sinking.
And to be quite frank, I don't have years and years to look around and wait for it.
If the flooding comes back in 2020, the Lassers say it'll be time to drop anchor for good.
We won't be able to do this at all. We would have to sell the boat.
Yeah, the Lassers have been boating for 23 years, and they're just a part of a number of people who might call it quits. Now, the Lassers also pointed out this is not just about restaurants and pubs. This is real estate. These are rentals all across the lakeshore who will be impacted. And unfortunately, it's a story we're going to hear a lot more about as the season progresses. Maureen, back to you.
All right, Christian, absolutely. Water levels, by the way, on Lake Ontario are a fraction of an inch away from being the highest point in recorded history.